these helmets bother you, Mel? They drive me crazy. Oh, hey, watch it up there, will you, Mac?
Sorry, pal.
What was that noise? What fell?
Well, somebody up there don't like us.
What are you doing with your helmet off, Mulligan? Huh? That thing could have hit you and boom, there goes our chances for the safety award. Now put that back on.
It's too uncomfortable. It's too heavy.
They gotta be that way. They're supposed to protect you from falling tools and falling bricks. All sorts of... What hit me?
A falling helmet.
Look out down below.
You're a little late, aren't you?
Not for that one. Sorry.
What's the matter with you guys? We're gonna blow the safety award. We wouldn't have a chance of the award if it wasn't for me anyway. And you're the worst offender of all.
Me?
Yes.
Hey, what did I do wrong?
What did you do right? You're working next to an exposed electrical outlet without your gloves on. You left your saw lying around where anybody could trip over it, and you don't have your safety helmet on.
You're right, Harry. You're right. Okay. See? My saw.
Yeah.
My gloves. My helmet. Harry, that was okay until you started with your safety lectures.
It's Mr. Bannister.
Gentlemen, I've got great news. I'm very excited. I'm jumping for joy.
Hey, you guys up there, listen to Mr. Bannister.
This telegram's for all of us. It says, to all the men of the McKendrick Construction Company, because of your unparalleled record of an entire year's work without one single accident, you have been chosen to receive the coveted Pomeroy National Safety Award. Congratulations!
I'm Dickens, he's Fenster. Starring John Astin, Marty Ingels, with Emmeline Henry. Created and produced by Leonard Stern.
Come in.
You wanted to see us, Mr. Bannister?
No, just you, Fenster.
Oh.
Where are you going, Fenster?
I'm Fenster. He's Dickens. It's this.
Oh. Well, why don't both of you stay? It's going to affect all of us anyway. We've got to have a program for the acceptance of this safety award trophy. Here's the formal acceptance speech that Mr. McKendrick once read. Listen to this. Safety, safety, safety. In the incessant search for safety, one must sacrifice mere speed and stamina, lay constant siege against sloppiness, shoddiness, and slothiness.
That's a speech?
Yes, I wrote it myself.
That's a speech.
Well, Mr. Bannister, the thoughts are very nice, but isn't that kind of a tough speech for you to deliver?
Oh, I'm not going to read it. Mr. McKendrick wants you to read it, Harry.
On the night that I'm sick?
Harry, look, all you have to do is just take the thought and keep that, but use your own words. That's perfectly all right. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have a luncheon date with Mr. McKendrick.
Mr. Bannister, Mr. McKendrick must be pretty proud of his company winning the award, huh?
Oh, boy, yes.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Well, have you ever thought of asking McKendrick to give us a little bonus, a little extra touch, huh?
That was my first thought. Oh. My second thought was, Bannister, you got a beautiful job. Don't louse it up.
I think that he picked me to deliver this miserable speech. In the incessant search for safety, one must sacrifice mere speed and stamina, lay constant siege. I'm not a speech maker, I'm a carpenter.
Well, I don't envy you one bit, Harry. Wow. Having to give a speech like that in front of a packed auditorium and newspapermen and photographers and millions of people on television? Wow.
In the incessant search for safety, it can be made into a nice little speech, actually.
What happened to that sergeant that was here a couple of minutes ago?
You know what it needs, Arch? a little anecdote to kind of warm up the audience before I give the speech. Hey, you know a lot of jokes. Give me one.
Oh, Harry, you're not going to go telling jokes at an affair like that.
Come on, Arch. You go to a lot of nightclubs. You've seen plenty of comics. Give me a joke.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Safety Award Dickens. See that table? I made it with my own 2 hands. Couldn't find any wood. How's that?
That's not funny. You know, there are going to be a lot of dignitaries there. The mayor and the chief of police.
The mayor and the chief of police. The mayor said to the chief of police, "Hey, chief, we left the safe open at City Hall." The chief says, "What are you worried about? We're both here."
If I told that joke, they'd hand me my head.
Good, then you can put it in your pocket where no one have to look at it.
Come on, Arch, that's sick.
Sick. Of course, the whole world is sick. That's why we have so many doctors on television. You know we have so many doctors on television. I've watched so many medical shows. The only channel I watch now is 98.6. 98.6.
Hey,
That's
Arch,
the one
come
right
on,
there.
you're getting out of
The other day my set was broken. You know who fixed it? A nurse. Damn, who fixed the television. The other day, during Ben Casey, I sat too close to my television set. You know what happened? I caught the measles. They put my television right there. I can only watch my television every 4 hours. You know that? After me. Oh, I needed that. Thanks. Did you get anything used?
Hiya, honey, I'm home.
Hi, darling. Dinner will be ready in a few minutes. Is Arch coming?
Yeah. Kate, guess who Bannister chose to make the award acceptance speech?
You? Oh, Harry, that's wonderful. I'm proud of you, dear. You seem so pleased about being chosen.
It's not just that. All day I've been trying to remember some funny story to open up the acceptance speech with, you know, to get the audience's attention.
Uh-huh.
I stopped to buy a paper, and the newsboy told me the funniest story I've ever heard.
That's nice.
You know, it's one of those stories, the more you think about it, the more you laugh.
Honey, tell me. I'd love to hear a funny story.
This fella, he walks into a psychiatrist's office, and he says, "Doctor, for $100, I want you to answer one question." And he puts $100 down on the psychiatrist's desk, and he says, "Doctor, can a man be in love with an elephant?" And the doctor says, "No." And the man says, "Well then, do you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big?" Oh, dear.
Go on.
Go on and what?
Finish the story.
No, Kate, you weren't listening. The man offers the psychiatrist $100 to answer one question. Can a man be in love with an elephant? And the psychiatrist says no. And then a man says, "Well, then do you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big?"
Harry, that joke doesn't make any sense. Elephants don't wear rings. How could they? They don't even have any fingers.
Oh, no. Kate, come on. You can't be logical about something like that. That's a Shaggy Dog story.
Oh, well, honey, that explains it. You left out the part about the dog.
You're a wonderful person. You're a fine cook, a great wife. You don't have to have a sense of humor, too. What are you doing? What are you doing, Kate?
Hello, Isabel. This is Kate. Will you listen to me? You listen and see if you think this is a funny story or not. See, this guy goes in to see a psychiatrist about this big engagement ring he's bought. And he says to the psychiatrist, "Can I be in love with an elephant?" And the guy says, "No." And he says, "Well, then I'm stuck with this." No, but Harry did. Honest, Isabel, he did. Yeah, bye. Isabel doesn't think it's funny.
That's because you told the ending at the beginning. You killed the joke.
The joke was dead when you dragged it in here.
That's a funny story. Now, I'll bet you a dime.
Oh, Harry, you're just too stubborn to admit you're wrong.
Get your dime ready.
It'll be ready.
Hello, Bob? Yeah, I got a funny story to tell you. You sitting down? Okay, good. Now, this man walks into a psychiatrist's office and he offers him $100 for the answer to one question. Can a man be in love with an elephant? Now, the psychiatrist says no, and the man says, well, then do you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring? This... You can't tell that kind of a story over the phone.
10 cents, please.
No, that's not fair. Double or nothing. 20 cents. I bet you the first person walks in this house tonight, I tell them the joke and they break up.
Oh, forget the dime,
No.
Harry.
I've got to prove to you once and for all that I know what's funny.
All right, Harry, 20 cents.
Okay.
Now can we have dinner?
Yeah, as soon as I wash up. Now, we will see if I know what's funny.
Hello, Mr. Dickens, Mrs. Dickens. My ball landed in your backyard. Can I get it?
He's all yours, Harry.
Davy, a man walks into a psychiatrist's office.
What's a psychiatrist?
Just learn to play ball, will you, kid?
Come on, honey, you go get your ball.
There's Arch. Now we'll see. Here's a guy with a sense of humor.
Hi.
I want to tell you a funny story.
He thinks it's a funny story. I think it's a bomb.
It's hilarious.
It's a bomb.
Arch, you decide who's right. Listen to this and tell us what you think.
I think I'm going home, is what I
Sit
said.
down.
Harry, look, I don't want to be in the middle of this thing.
You're going to stay here and listen to this joke.
What joke? It's a bomb.
It's funny. I'm laughing just thinking about it. A man walks into a psychiatrist's office. He says, can a man be in love with an elephant? The doctor says no. The man says, well, you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big? Well? Where do you think you're going?
To a bomb shelter.
That proves it, Harry. It's not funny.
Not funny.
You're not going to get out of here.
It's not... Harry? It's not funny.
You don't think it's funny because you're jealous. Because I'm making the acceptance speech and all you've got to say is thank you.
I'm not jealous, Harry.
Ah, yes, you're jealous. You're jealous because I'm making the speech and you're jealous of my wonderful sense of humor. Your idea of a funny joke is there are so many doctors on television that the only channel I watch is 98.6.
Out! You say out to me, Harry?
Yes.
Harry, what are you saying, Harry? I mean, Harry, you asked me to come in and judge a joke. You tell a joke, and she laughs, and you say out to me. Now, Harry, is that rational, Harry? Is that right, Harry? Now, think what you're doing for a minute. Think. Now, what do you have to say? Out! That's what I said.
Hey, what's with Harry and Arch?
Yeah, they had a fight. They ain't talking to each other.
Harry and Arch not talking to each other? That must be pretty serious. Well, they've been friends for 10 years, almost as long as we have.
Believe it or not, Joey, it was all over a joke.
Yeah? What was the joke, Bobby?
Well, it seems this guy went into a psychiatrist's office.
Yeah.
And he said to the psychiatrist, can a guy be in love with an elephant? And the psychiatrist says, no. So the guy says, well, in that case, can you tell me where I can get rid of a ring, an engagement ring, this big?
That's funny!
It's not funny.
It's funny!
That's not funny.
It's funny!
That's not funny.
You think it's a funny joke? Nah. I know it's funny, and that's funny.
Oh, I don't think you do.
Well, maybe this will convince you. That's funny?
It is not funny!
I'll ask you again in the morning.
Funny!
It isn't funny. It's funny. It's funny.
It's funny!
It's funny. It's funny. I said it.
You don't think Harry's joke is funny either?
No!
Then what are we fighting for? Let's go get the It's Funny guys.
Well, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it that I'm looking at the winners of the safety award contest. How can grown men get in a fight over a joke? I just can't believe it. I want everybody to leave except the crew captains. Dickens, I think that I'm entitled to hear the story that broke up a peaceful organization into the blues and grays.
In front of these three guys, they're too jealous to laugh, because I'm the only one telling a joke on the program.
We ain't jealous. It's just a bum joke.
It's a funny joke!
No,
It's a lousy
please,
joke.
let me be the judge. Now, I pride myself on my sense of humor. I enjoy a good laugh. Now, the story, please.
Well, a man walks into a psychiatrist's office and asks if it's possible to be in love with an elephant. The psychiatrist says no, and the man says, well then, you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big?
That's a funny joke. In fact, that's the most hilarious joke I've heard in years. You know, right now, I'm hysterical with laughter. Pardon me while I catch my breath. Oh, that's better. Dickens, you tell that story.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bannister. Thank you very much.
Yes?
Well, I guess we're all thinking the same thing. I mean, here's Harry up on the stage doing something, and we're standing there with
Oh,
Ingels.
now, look, gentlemen, just because we're going to be on a stage doesn't mean we have to perform. I mean, Harry's making the acceptance speech, so therefore he's entitled to his moment in the sun. Now, all of you will get your chance when you make your thank yous. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a luncheon appointment. You too, Dickens. Let one man make a speech, and they all want to make a speech. Vanity. Well, vanity, vanity. All else is vanity. I have seen all the wonders that are under the sun, and behold, all is vanity. Vanity of vanity. All is vanity. Mr. Mayor, for a very illuminating speech on the subject of safety. You certainly managed to pack an amazing amount of information into an hour and 43 minutes. And now, to conclude tonight's program, a few words from the men of McKendrick's who actually won the award. And since they consider themselves better at building homes than making speeches, they're going to make brief farewells, brief thank you speeches. And now, the first one we're going to present is our man in charge of supplies, and that's Mr. Bob Mulligan. Bob?
Thank you for the Safety Award.
Good, and next
it is a great honor. Safety is a group effort. Now, there are 100 simple rules to follow to promote safety. 1, diligence. 2, perspicacity. 99, think of the other fella. 100, more diligence. Or, as the great Shakespeare might have put it,
good night, sweet prince. Now another of our crew captains. Mel Warshaw. Mel Warshaw. A few brief words, please.
Thank you. Safety starts with the individual, and it behooves each individual to keep himself in perfect physical condition. How do I do that, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. I keep my body firm as well as flexible. How do I do that, you ask again? Well, I'll tell you. I do exercises like this one. And 1, and 2. In closing, I'd like to thank you very much for the award. Good night.
And next, a few brief, short, and small thank yous from a man who has never taken the subject of safety lightly, Mr. Arch Fenster. Arch Fenster.
Presenting Arch Fenster and his Fensterettes. Safety first.
Safety first.
Safety last.
Safety last.
Safety always.
Always, always, always. Danger lurks everywhere, so take care and beware.
Or you'll bump your shin on a table or chair. Watch your hands.
Watch your toes.
Watch your knees.
Watch your nose.
Watch your hangnails.
Careful how you find nails.
So all you guys and tootsies,
Watch your hands and footsies, 'cause I love you.
oh, please be careful.
I love you.
Don't play with matches.
I love you.
You. All of you.
Sorry. And now, the event we're all waiting for, the presentation of the Safety Award. And here to receive it, our company foreman, Mr. Harry Dickens.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here to receive the award, which reminds me of a funny story. A man walks into a psychiatrist's office.
What? Oh, excuse me, I forgot. I'm sorry. And here to present the trophy is Miss Loretta Standish, this year's Miss Safety.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Bannister, Mr. Dickens, and honored guests, it is indeed a great honor to be here to present this coveted award. When Mr. Dickens mentioned a psychiatrist, he reminded me of a funny story. A man walks into a psychiatrist's office and he says, "Can a man be in love with an elephant?" The psychiatrist says, "No." And the man says, "Can you tell me where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big?" Now you tell your story.
There are a lot of doctors on television. The only channel I watch is 98.6. Morning, darling.
Oh, quiet. Harry, listen to this riddle. How does a 300-pound canary sing?
Tweet. That's not funny. Come in, Arch.
Hi, folks.
Arch, do you think this is funny?
Bye, folks.
If you've enjoyed your journey on the TV Time Machine, please like and subscribe. We look forward to having you again on the TV Time Machine.